How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Pixelated Thoughts. I'm your host, Ken. And this is going to be a new show that we're debuting. It's going to be called Down the Rabbit Hole. It's going to star ChibiRabbitt and mostly co-host with myself. We're probably going to do this once or twice a month, depending on how Chibi feels, you know. If you have not heard her speak before on Twitch or on TikTok, now's your chance to get to hear this 40-year-old chain smoker. Chibi, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Chibi and I'm a 40-year-old chain smoker. But hi guys, welcome in. Thank you so much, Ken, for doing this with me. I really appreciate it, and I'm super excited to start this.
No problem. So this is pretty much going to be an introductory show, I guess. I think the other way we're going to talk about is that, so Pixelated Thoughts is pretty much the gaming side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll probably make this like the anime leisure, get to know people, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
If we do happen to do a lot of anime, it's pretty much going to be like, if you have to actually watch the fucking show, I think that would be beneficial for a lot of people. Before you came on, I'm okay with hot takes. I'm okay with bad opinions. That's fine.
I just like to say I have no bad opinions. They're all right.
That is completely false. So your community had 9 questions.
Yes, they had a couple great questions. Some will be thrown out because we love them, but
now we're gonna get through all. Fuck that. Okay, I'm gonna ask the first one. So the first question is directly to you. It says, "Who is the best mod?" And this is for your Twitch live stream.
Yeah. So easy response. Pixie Sticks.
Pixie, why?
Thank you. Because she's the best. No, Pixie is one of my. So I have many mods. I love them all. Maybe not equally, but I do love them all. Her and another mod usually are the ones who do a lot of the legwork, but Pixie, she lives in my city, so if I ever need to do like a 24-hour stream or any of my subathons that if you guys don't know I love to do, she'll always take over at like freaking 3 a.m. when I'm like on death's bed. So you know you can't really beat that. That's IRL modding right there.
So why do you hate the rest of them?
Because they're stinky boys. They are my special down bad mods. No, they're all great. They really all look great. I couldn't ask for a better mod team. They just like to kind of troll me like you do. So you probably fit right in.
I like talking a little shit sometimes.
Yeah, it's okay. We do too in the Chibi community. So I'm used to it, but the mods, they particularly love to do it. They do this funny thing where you might know that I have a 15K shot redemption channel point. Okay. They do this funny thing where if anybody redeems it, they will immediately give them the points back without me knowing.
Oh, okay.
Apparently this has been a grand scheme for like months, and I finally caught on to it when someone like redeemed it 3 times, and I was like, there's no way you have this many points.
The scheme is to get you drunk. Is that what this is? Like drunk?
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Does it work? No.
I have no idea. Honestly. I
can tell you it doesn't.
Short and somewhat Asian, right? I mean, pretty strong alcohol.
I would say streaming has definitely built up my tolerance, unfortunately.
Of course. All right. Next question. This is my favorite one. Do you hang out WoTH fans?
Not with fans, WoTH fans.
WoTH fans.
WoTH.
You're an English. You're a teacher, by the way.
Yeah, I am a first grade teacher. Thank you. So I would like to definitely say WoTH is not an English word. With probably the best choice here. Yes and no. I definitely would if I go to cons. So like I've been to TwitchCon recently. I really want to go to different like anime cons. Ken, I don't know if you've ever been to like a big convention. Have you?
I went to WonderCon in Anaheim, California. It's a comic convention. It's when did we go? It was me and my brother. We went there 2013, I think. We were both in the Navy at the time. And then
okay.
The other, I've been to Comic-Con once,
Mm-hmm.
and that was just fucking claustrophobic as hell. A lot of people. I mean, I'm completely okay when people cosplay and really get into it, but some people are like really into it.
Yeah, it's like really intimidating. I don't know. Like it's really cool, but I'm like, I get super overwhelmed. I'm like, holy crap. And like I've never been to like a big convention, but like, you know, on TikTok, like I always see like the recaps and stuff, and I'm like, holy moly.
Well, it's always interesting because like with cosplay and stuff like that, you have, you know, the really in-depth detailed cosplays. I see a lot of like Warhammer, World of Warcraft, really cool looking shit. And then I see like the anime cosplays, and some of them are like really high effort. Like, that's an expensive fucking wig. And then, you know,
you have mine.
If you let's not, you got the $15 wigs, right? $10 shirts off
they
Amazon.
will do their job. Okay, you see this $15 wig?
Well, I mean, like,
it's doing its job.
I wasn't gonna mention your cosplay's pretty good, but I was gonna talk about like, you know, you have the itty bitty cosplays, right? That don't cover up anything. And I'm like, how did you get across? How are we allowing that across the convention floor? Not like
that's very fair.
Not like anyone's complaining.
I mean, there are children.
Children present, right? Why are the biddies out?
Like, why are the biddies out?
Promote your fucking OnlyFans somewhere else, you know? More power to you. If you make money off it,
Literally, it's the clout, man. You see how many down bad we have at the anime convention.
It is pretty bad, right?
Yeah, so I definitely really want to go to like a big convention. Like, I know there's a lot in Florida I've lived here all my life and I've just never been. So if you ever wander around Florida during a convention, let me know. But I think usually that's when I would meet fans. I don't know if I necessarily would hang out with them. Just because, you know, you got your own agenda to do. As a content creator, it's really hard to kind of like accommodate everyone. You know, I can barely stick to my own schedule. Like, we went to TwitchCon, we had a whole itinerary. Did we stick to it? Absolutely not. I got so distracted. But
that's right.
just
You went to TwitchCon.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. It was really fun. But like, that was a great example. Like, I met a lot of you know, my I wouldn't even say fans, but a lot of my viewers and stuff. Had a great time. But like, you know, casual stop, say hi. Like Jack, like I love Jack, and I've been wanting to meet Jack for a long time. And I think we maybe talked for like 20 minutes. You know what I mean? So like, I would say that's probably the extent of to that I would hang out with fans.
You met the short cousin. Yeah.
Yo, do not roast this man.
So it was really funny because we were making changes to the podcast, obviously. So we all decided to like hop into like this Discord to talk and chat. And we were like, we were just kind of, you know, making fun of it and naming it. And I think Brad was like a full Filipino and a white guy. And I was like, that's not true. It's a full Filipino and two white guys because we're both half. Because me and Jack are both half. So I was like, that's where you.
It equals out. Yeah.
It equals out. Like somebody's making lumpia and pancit, and we're gonna have a good ass time.
There you go.
All right. Someone said they wanted to be genuine.
Okay.
I think this is a nice one. A piece of advice you would give your younger self.
Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know. I think I have to think about that. Do you have anything off the top of your head?
Not really. I mean, I think that I did everything I wanted to do.
Really?
Got out of the Navy, fucking went to college, got my degree.
Okay.
I kind of set myself up for success when getting out of the Navy. I wanted to
There you
make a
go.
little bit of money from the Veterans Affairs, so I did that.
Okay.
And then, I haven't lived by myself since I was like 20 years old. So
That's fair.
I think that was like my whole goal. I think probably my only piece of advice I'd give myself is finish fucking grad school because I didn't do. I went to Michigan State for supply chain management. I literally was like, didn't think I'd get in, and I'm pretty sure I got in because I was a veteran. And I got in, and I was like, oh, this is great. And then there were things happening at home, and I couldn't continue on with the course because what they have you do is that every semester you go in for a month. Oh no, I'm sorry, for a weekend.
Oh, okay.
And so you'd have to pay like almost $1,000. Like you had to pay $500 to stay at their hotel. You could not choose your own hotel. And then obviously flights from like San Diego to Michigan were pretty expensive.
Yeah, true. I forgot you lived in San Diego probably at this time. Holy crap.
So you're going from it was like Friday I had to fly in, check into my hotel, and then I would have to like literally leave, I think Sunday evening.
Yeah, that would have been a lot on you. I kind of don't blame you for that one.
It was, and the shitty part was I thought that they'd have us like, you know, have some type of leeway. There was no leeway. Like if you did not show up, they would literally like pull you back. They're like, hey, can't we? You have to go into the next. I think
you kind of took a dub on that one because that sounds rough.
I mean, I got lucky because I have enough experience in my current career path that I can just, you know, get away with it.
Yeah.
If I didn't, I'd be like, I'm gonna fucking suck it up. The kid comes second. You can stay at home and shut up. No.
Please send your kid my way. I'm scared now.
My wife says the same thing. It's all right. It's okay.
I think mine. I don't know. It's hard. I live by the rule of like I don't regret anything. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't go back and change anything. But I guess if I had it like advice wise, um, study. Like
Actually give a shit when you study.
like actually like buckle down and focus. Like I know that sounds very like general, but like quick tidbit. Like when I was in high school, I was like a prodigy student. I don't know if I ever have I told you my high school story?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome to the Pilot Podcast. So this is not me flexing. This is me just literally elaborating. Okay, I just want to put that out there. So I was valedictorian in high school. Okay. Um, I almost had a 5.0. I had almost had a 5.0 GPA.
Jesus.
Yeah, I believe it or not, right? Me. I played varsity sports, so I was varsity softball. I did track as well. I will beat your ass. Yes, I was infield, okay? I
mean the hat's here, right? I mean
I was shortstop.
Couldn't chop your little legs out in the outfield.
I was shortstop, okay? Play it up. I was the best shortstop out there, okay? But I also was on honor society. Like I did dual enrollment. Like I did everything. Like I don't know how I survived. And I think I just really burnt myself out. So when I got to college, I went to the University of Florida, which is like a really like good college in Florida. I couldn't focus. I think like I just never truly knew how to like study because everything just came so easy to me that when I actually had a challenge, I just kind of dropped the ball. Lack of a better term, like I just gave up.
I mean, that was actually pretty similar, except like I didn't have like the good GPA until like my junior senior year, like freshman sophomore. So like what was it? We were in Connecticut, and I remember my dad was like, "Hey, the teachers want you to take like an aptitude test to see what grades I would skip." I think I was like in the 6th grade, and they're like, "Hey, we can skip you to the 8th grade." And I was
holy crap!
I was like, "No."
Yeah, I never think skipping kids are good. Honestly,
I was like,
it's just the mental thing.
Yeah, I like having friends and stuff like that. You know, I don't want to get picked on. And then I got to, I think like in 8th grade, I was taking like geometry, and then it was like 9th, 10th. I like did not give a shit. It was so bad.
Yeah,
it was so bad.
I mean, it's fair. You're in high school. Like you have other shit to worry about.
I was doing just enough to play like basketball and football, and then
like free GPA.
Yeah, and then pretty much chasing skirts and like that. But so like my junior senior year, I was like, I have to really like hunker down.
Yeah, and I don't start to hit.
And, well, I mean, it was like I didn't give a shit so badly. Like in my sophomore, I took like honors English. I didn't care enough. Like I literally like almost bombed out.
Shit.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh, English, come on.
And that's wild too. That's wild too because I wanted to be an English teacher. But
same.
Went junior senior year, took AP courses like up and down to like raise my GPA because it was like
to boost that shit,
or some shit.
Because I think it's weighted a higher one. Yeah,
I think I was like 3.8.
That's not bad. That's good.
And like, but my senior year, I didn't have to take like any real courses. Like the second half of the semester,
you were just chilling.
Yeah, in high school in California, you have to do a senior project. Which
really?
Yeah. So
that's
you have
wild.
I think you get to start it January, the second semester. But I was literally a PA, like the entire.
Wow.
Yeah, I worked in the library for my AP psychology teacher, and I was like, she's like, "What are you gonna do?" I was like, "I'm gonna do surgery." And she's like, "How are you gonna do that?" I was like, "I'm gonna fucking." My dad worked at the Naval Hospital, and he was like, "I can get you in. I can get you hooked up with some people."
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I had a pretty cool fucking senior project, but like, I did all that for nothing. Because with the schools like I went to, my friends still give me shit for this. They're like, you applied for, it was like Cal State San Marcos, SDSU, UCSD, UCLA. And I was like, okay, yeah, I got into some of them. And then I was like, I'm going to join the Navy. And my dad was like, why? So here's what my dad didn't tell me.
I was going to say, what? Okay, after that, I want to ask what compelled you
Here's what my dad didn't tell me, right? So if you get out as a veteran in California and you have a disability percentage of 30% or less, let's say you retire.
Okay.
Your kids can go to a University of California school or Cal State school for free till they're 26.
Oh shit!
Tuition free. My dad did not tell me that.
Oh.
He didn't tell my brother that or my sister that. We all joined the military. Well,
No fucking
I think my
way.
sister knew, but she was like, I just want to go into the Marine Corps. So she's like
Okay, props to your sis.
a gunnery sergeant in the Marine Corps right now. But like me and my brother we literally
Uh-huh.
went to boot camp at the same time. And it was like, well, almost like we were 2 months off. But
Mhm.
I went in, I was like, look, I get free college. I get paid to go to college one. I
Yeah.
can set myself up with like a job too. Cause like a lot of my friends were like, so what are you gonna do in the Navy? You gonna do something hardcore? I was like, I'm gonna do logistics. Like, I'm gonna do something
Yeah.
to supply, do like procurement or something when I get out so I can
Yeah.
actually get paid.
Yeah.
And then yeah, that's pretty much how it went. Like I thought in my head like I would regret it, but like right now it's been pretty good.
Yeah,
And
like
then
you can't complain, you know?
right? And I because I was like, do I want to be a teacher? Right? I don't
No.
I didn't want to.
No.
I have
No.
one of my cousins, she's an English teacher in high school, and I'm like, I don't know how you do it. Like I can't,
No.
I was an
I'm
instructor
sorry.
for 7 years and I taught adults in the Navy.
Yeah.
And I was teaching like doctors and pharmacists, and I was like,
Mhm.
this shit fucking sucks. You guys are
It
assholes.
Yeah, it's hard, and I would say, like, I think I'm one and done, like, I feel like I've gotten a lot of fulfillment out of it, but, like, I can't make a career out of it, like, I'm not built for this, so
No.
I understand. I'm
That
not
was
built
that's my wife's cousin. He was a teacher.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Nah, I'm good." And now he works for
Yeah.
I think one of the largest biotech companies. He's doing something I
Nice.
don't know, but he was like, "I
Yeah.
can't." He's like, "I can't do
It's
this anymore."
like I literally come home and I'm so exhausted and I'm so stressed and I'm like I'm literally 25. I do not get paid enough to feel this dead.
Yeah,
Like
you
I'm
get a
just
bunch of
so
6-year-olds
exhausted.
right on top of you, just tackling you
No,
and shit.
literally, it's 6 and 7-year-olds. I have like 17 of them and it's like
And you're about
and
their height too, so it's
no,
like,
I truly am. Like I can't even it's not even a joke. There's one kid who's actually eye to eye to me and it's insane. But most of them come up to like here.
oh my god.
So they don't take me seriously until I get mad and I hate to get mad. But
Oh,
you know, but yeah, that would definitely be my advice would have been to study more, especially in college, but
I
you
mean,
know, again,
but you got away with it, natural intelligence, right? You called yourself a prodigy, right? I've seen you play
a
games.
burnt out
Yeah,
one.
I've seen you play games. You're not
No,
a
I
prodigy.
wouldn't even say I'm really a prodigy. I just always worked hard.
Right.
Like if that makes sense. So like I cared. So like how you were saying, like you didn't give a shit until the last 2 years, you know what I mean? Like I think anybody can do well if you really try and you give a shit. And that's what I did. Like
That is
it was also
100%
my
true.
parents instilled the fear of God in me if I didn't do well. So that was that.
No.
So you know, I was an only child, so you know, it was expected of me.
Oh, you're an only
So
child? Okay.
yeah, I am. Yeah, so that explains a lot,
You
right?
come off as one.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Entitled and spoiled and look at me, Put the camera on me, mom.
What the fuck? That's a damn lie. Okay, any whoosies. But yeah, so I always had to like do good, do the best. So it wasn't bad. It was just like it was really funny because I didn't really know my GPA. I just knew I got A's.
Jesus.
Until like it was the end of my junior year and the principal came to me and they were like, Kristen, like, I just want to let you know you're way in the lead for valedictorian. And I was like, what? I was like, what?
And
I went home.
Nerd.
No, you know what's crazy? No, so I told my mom and she like flipped out. But that like senior year, my principal pulled me to the side and was like, hey, like, you know, because we changed our school name. We changed our school name my senior year. And he was like, you know, we really would like a male to be the first valedictorian of our new school. And I was like, yeah, no, fuck you. So it really made me like buckle down. But it was insane that like they actually said that to me.
Who approaches someone and said that? Listen, you're not a dude, right? Are you sure?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not a dude, little boy. So
yeah, you're not a little boy. No, it was like the salutatorian was like my really good friend. And like it was insane. And I was like, the principal really like said that to me. And he's like, yeah, you should listen to his advice. And I was like, fuck you too. Like it was insane.
He just wanted to be the one giving the speech because it's salutatory.
Yeah, so it's okay. I won. At what cost? My mental health.
At what? I won, but at what cost?
At what cost?
I became a teacher. Are you really winning? That's the real question you should ask.
The single tear just drops down my face.
You have to ask that question. I am your children's future. It's not looking good.
It's not looking bright.
It's not looking bright, y'all.
This is the face of your children's future.
This is what happiness really looks like. This is real.
This is real life right here.
This short quarter Asian girl. So you're really quarter Asian. You're really quarter
Yeah.
Japanese. Okay,
Mhm.
why did I think you were more than that? Jesus.
A lot of people do, and to me, it's easier not to like clarify. You know what I mean? Because it's like it's easier to just say, "Yeah, I'm mixed. Like I'm part." Like
Yeah, so
I
I mean,
look.
essentially, you're a fan. You're like, my name is ChibiRabbitt. You're a fan. That's what you are. You're a fan. You're a short fan. This is what real
now
half
that-
Asians look like.
Now that I'm done being insulted, thank you, Ken, for hitting my insecurity.
There you go.
Hey, yo, okay, so you know what's funny? My dad is like half, but he does not look
No.
Japanese at all. No, like I look more Japanese than he does.
You do. Like it's crazy.
It's insane. It's really insane. I don't know if it's because my mom kind of has like Asian features, even though she's completely white, but she does, and it's weird. She looks like a blonde Asian. She has like almond. She has almond eyes, like high cheekbone. Like it's wild. So I don't know if it was like those genetics because I look like half and half. Like I look half and half from my parents. I'll have to find a picture, but yeah,
How tall is your dad?
5'4".
Oh my god.
And my mom is 5 foot.
Oh my. I mean, they're perfect for each other. And out came you. Right?
Yeah. I'm not even taller than my Japanese grandma. She's 5 foot.
I have no comment on it.
We love it here.
All right. Let's move on to the next question. So I'm going to expose you as a gamer.
Okay.
Because
I would hope so.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you first, what is your favorite game?
It would be the Persona series.
Okay. I'll
love it.
One. Now.
You give me that one.
Now, Chibi, Kristen,
Mhm.
what games did you play in 2022? Tell me what games. Let's see what games you played. Go ahead, tell me.
I feel like it's like the SpongeBob episode. What I've done in boating school.
Yeah. Tell me what games you played 2022.
Well. Can you see? I played Persona.
Mm-hmm.
I played Overwatch. You know, I'm a new Overwatch gamer.
Right.
I actually played Apex this year for the first time. Okay.
Yeah. Not well.
I would say decently well. Thank you very much. Just rude.
You have
yet to carry me. Okay. Every time you come into stream, you see me in the worst moments. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. Okay. Not all moments are bad. Okay.
Not all moments terrible.
Only some. Only some are terrible.
You gotta clip the ones where you clutch.
I will. The very many that I have.
Many.
Okay. I played Phasmophobia. Okay. I played some Devour. Okay. I played what's the other spooky game that came out and more that I can't say. It's mortuary assistant. I hate that word. Yes, that one was fucking insane. Yeah, that one's terrifying. I played Minecraft. I tried it. It was not my thing. Okay. I'm sorry, Minecraft gamers. I can't do it. I just get sleepy. I played Animal Crossing. Again, I'm sorry. I can't do it. I get sleepy. I played Just Dance. That's a game. That counts as a game.
Okay? It does count as a game.
It does count as a game. I played Escape Simulator. Okay, we got all them escape rooms. I played Valorant, unfortunately.
Okay.
You know, I also started Guilty Gear. My friend got me into Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear Strive? Or
yes.
X-Strive 2?
Strive.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with the girl who does the whale shit. And the little May.
Yeah, she has an anchor.
With her. Yeah, she has an anchor. It's the anchor power. I played. She has an anchor, man.
Okay, go.
Okay. What else I've done in boating school is I played Among Us. Among Us. I played Spy Party, which hurt my brain. I will never do that again.
Right.
It was hard, bro. How do you do that?
You have to be kind of smart. You can't just fake it.
Okay, I'm not good at lying. That's one thing I will say. I'm not good at deceiving or lying. Okay, you don't have to be smart. You just have to be good at lying.
Listen, I'm not judging you.
Yes, I feel the judgment. I feel it.
I kind of am with that question.
Okay, podcast. I feel the judgment.
With this question. Okay.
What else have I played? I know there's more. Okay, that was more than 10.
So I think, let's see, what came out? Overwatch 2 came out.
I'm a dirty Lucio main.
I believe Strive came out in 2021. So you played, I think, one game from 2022. Because was it Persona 5?
Yeah, Persona 5.
So
That
Persona
one came
5.
out.
Yeah.
Well, Royal came out in what, like
21.
2019? Oh,
No.
21.
No. Came out 2020, I think. I remember
Oh,
it was
2020.
the
Okay.
beginning of the pandemic. That was like when I quit my.
Yeah, because that's true. Because Strikers, I think, came out in 21.
Yeah, Strikers came out in 2021. So you played one game from 2022 that released in that calendar year. I mean, why not though? Let me ask you a question. So you're a streamer, and I asked Jack this question. Knowing your community, I think they would honestly just watch whatever you put out, because when I hop on sometimes and I see you like just chatting, you get like 60 to 70. I think this year is probably like the year you want to push for partner.
Yeah, I'm pretty close actually.
If they don't fuck around and change the requirements, right?
Yeah.
But I think, at least try out like some new game.
So what would you recommend? Okay. Let me just explain why I have it. Okay. Because I get very invested into games. So when I do, I feel like I have to finish them or at least invest time. Okay. I've been really wanting to get good at like an FPS because I want to just show to myself that I'm able to do a pew pew game and not be garbage.
Aren't you decent at Valorant though?
Absolutely not. I think that's the worst pew pew game I'm at. Well, that was the first pew pew game I played. Okay. But I mean, I like topped at gold, which is like now the standard for being bronze, essentially.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's just that everyone's been playing it for such a long time. Like, it's hard to grind, I think, in that game. That game makes me really angry.
That's the real problem with like a lot of live service titles. Like a lot of the games and communities have been out for so long. But Valorant's not that old. Right?
It's about 2 years because when I started streaming, the beta came out, and that was the first game I streamed. But I feel like Apex, I could see myself getting better. Overwatch, I definitely think I'm decent at it. Like a lot of people have told me I'm good for like barely like starting. So
I think with first person shooters, like if you're decent in any first person shooter, you're really, it's not that hard because a lot of the skills are transferable. I think with fighting games, that's a whole different story.
Oh God, I'm garbage at fighting games.
That's all I played when I was younger at the arcade and stuff like that. Yeah. When I was in Japan, I used to play a lot of this game called Soul Calibur. So
Soul Calibur.
I used to play a lot of tournaments.
Yeah. I used to play Tekken when I was like 10 on the PS1 and 2. Tekken Tag.
Yeah, I mean, that's it's like if you're Asian at all, right? you got to play some type of fighting. You have to have some natural skill at fighting games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kind of shocked. I was like, man, I was gonna say there's 2 games, right? You played Overwatch 2 and then Mortuary Assistant, which also came out. But you didn't beat Mortuary Assistant, did you? Or did you get the worst ending?
No, it scared me too bad to finish it.
Okay. I was gonna say, I mean,
it was really terrifying, man. I had 2 streams and I couldn't do it.
I was like, I can gift you Stray. That is the cat game. It is
the thing about Stray.
So easy.
I'm very sensitive with animals. So if there's any like animal neglect, any abuse, any dying, I will not be okay.
I mean, it's all up to you.
Just wanted to put that out there.
That's all up to you and your level of skill. If you have none, just say it. Just throw it out there.
This is the title of this pilot episode is going to be Ken Bully's Chibi, bro.
It's gonna be like most episodes,
It's okay. It's okay. I'll just grow something. I'm sorry, Jack, that you've had to deal with this.
So if you've ever listened to our series and for your community, it's pretty much me and Brad, most times educating Jack, and then hoping that he's played it, and then he'll go, I don't think I want to play that. That's essentially how Jack goes on every pod. We're like, Jack, have you heard of Assassin's Creed? He's like, I've heard of it. Like, you ever played it? He's like, I've watched it. And then me and our buddy Chris and then Brad will break it down for him. And he's like, oh, I'll play that. Just like Final Fantasy 14, we've been trying to really get him into that because he plays.
The MMO one, right?
Yeah, we're like, oh, it's super easy, right? It's very fast. Like, there's not a lot of bullshit. A lot of MMOs have this thing where it's like you have to pick up all this stuff, and then sometimes like
I try to play WoW. I think.
Yeah, I mean the biggest problem is that there's a lot of time wasting.
Add that to my list.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. But it's like there's a lot of time. There's a lot of time
Tarkov.
wasting. Tarkov. I'm not. Listen, you're a better person than me. I'll look at Tarkov. I'm like, I'm not doing that shit, man.
Dude, it's hard, bro.
I'm not thinking about that. But with Final Fantasy 14, it cuts off a lot of bullshit. So instead of like you killing an enemy 40 times to get 2 things, you kill an enemy it immediately moves on to the next task.
Ooh,
that
okay,
type
I
of
kind of
stuff.
like that. Yeah.
So it's really streamlined, and we were trying to convince Sneaky to do it too. Like me and Brad
Mhm.
tried so hard, but like we were like, Josh, what do you think of this? He's like,
Mhm.
I don't know. So that's what we did
I
with
don't know.
Stray. I was like, you could play the cat game. I was like, you could play the cat game, Josh. It's so much fun. He ended up playing it on stream. Really liked it.
Yeah, I saw him playing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
It's
like
one
I
of those
said.
games that
It's
was
not like
cute.
an animal. It's more like an exploration story game. Like there's not much in
Yeah.
terms of like hard gameplay. Like you're not going to stress yourself out. You know,
I just emotionally stress myself out.
not a lot of.
That's what I'm worried about.
I mean, I
You
wouldn't
can look
recommend.
me in my eyes and guarantee I won't cry.
You might. I mean, Jack got sad. That's pretty rare.
Okay.
Jack's-
Okay, then I can't do it.
Jack's a
I'm
gentle
gonna be a
soul.
Jack here. I can't do it.
Jack's a gentle soul. There's a lot of games that came out last year. I was like, not a real gamer, bro. She's like,
You're so rude. Okay, I will
It's-
say there is this one game that actually just came out, I think this month, that somebody told me about, and I really wanted to play it, and I think I might. It's actually like a single player game.
in January.
It's
Or you mean last month?
or in December, sorry. And it was like the creators of like, was it Rick and Morty? Whatever game that they came out with.
High on Life.
Yes, I really wanted to play that one.
Yeah, that game
What do
grew
you
on
even
me.
think?
I
What, you
honestly
did it? It looks fun.
I told Jack, I was like, bro, like I don't mind Rick and Morty, but that fucking humor, that talking was so bad. And it took
Really?
yeah, you can turn it down though.
Oh,
But,
okay.
I had to. What did I do? I got like but to the third boss, and I was like, the game starts to open up in terms of gameplay, and I was like, I really like
Okay.
this game now. Like,
Yeah,
he-
that was one that was one I was really considering playing soon.
one
But I
of
didn't want
these
to spend
days.
$70. Well, it's also the money thing. It's like,
Do
any
you have-
new game.
Do you
is
have
like
Xbox
60
Game
bucks.
Pass?
No, I have Steam on the PC.
If you have Xbox Game Pass,
I don't
then
have an
think
Xbox.
You don't need that because on PC
Oh.
there's Xbox Game Pass on PC. I think for the
Oh.
first 3 months it's $1 a
Okay.
month,
Well, nobody ever told me this.
and then you can get access to the entire like library. And there's a lot of games on there. I mean, the Persona games are going to be on. I think on the 18th, Persona 3 is coming back, and then Persona 4 Golden is coming back as well. So
Golden.
yeah. So
Okay, well, 10-4.
there you go. Right. So that's
Yeah,
why
that
I'm
was
here.
always my issue, though. Thank you. Knowledge.
That's why I mean.
Knowledge
that's
is key. Knowledge is power,
That's
y'all.
what I do with Jack too. I'm like, bro, like I'll point you in the right direction. I'll lead you to water. You gotta drink.
You gotta drink
You
it.
gotta
You
drink
do
that
it.
Okay. So I already know what your favorite anime is. It's Naruto. Who fucking cares? I get so much hate from my friends. Have I told? I haven't told this story on the podcast, but here's how I watched Naruto. We're on deployment 2006. My buddy goes, and like back then, you could bring like a terabyte hard drive, right?
Mhm.
But those were used for different things. I'm not going to mention what they were. But what most people would do,
Hello.
they would bring like a big CD case. And I
Uh-huh.
think at the time, Naruto's in its 4th season, I think in 06. Don't quote me on that. So he walked up
I'm
to
quoting
me.
you.
He walked up to me. He's like, Ken. I'm like, what's up, man? And we're in our aisle. So how it works, like we have like pretty much stacked bunk beds. And there's an aisle. He walks up to me like real quiet. He's like, hey, man, do you watch anime? I'm like, are you asking because I'm Asian? He's like, partly.
Maybe.
And I was like,
Maybe.
yeah, man, what do you got? So he like flips open this whole binder, and it's like Naruto, and I didn't know what that was. And I was
Mhm.
like, oh, I'll take a look. And I swear, if I could just get past all the filler, I would like that show even more.
Yeah, you just skip the fillers, man. It's easy.
Yeah, but I didn't know that. It's on a DVD case. It's on a DVD. I was like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
fair
I was
enough.
like,
This
what
is probably before they had fucking forums
Oh,
of
yeah.
like which episodes to skip,
And-
what are the plots.
And plus, I'm out to sea, so like we don't have access.
Oh, that's true.
To
Yeah,
internet
you don't
like
have
that.
access to all that. Yeah.
And I was like,
that's why you have DVDs.
And I really loved the first arc. I was like, oh, dude, the animation's fantastic.
Mhm.
You know, I wasn't a fan of like Naruto's voice. I was like, oh my god, sounds like Chibi. That's why she's a fan. But, but I'm watching it, and I'm like, this is not bad, not bad. And then as soon as I started getting to, I was like, Dad, there's so much like space between arcs though, so much
Yeah.
shit going on. But he was like, here, man, skip that. Here, take this
Mhm.
DVD.
Skip
Watch
this, do
this.
this.
And I was like, here you go, man. I'm gonna, show you what I have. And I gave him like Full Metal Alchemist, Cowboy Bebop,
Yeah.
Darker Than Black. I was giving him like
Mhm.
shit. He was like, what the fuck is this? Like, let me show you what
It's
like
the
I look
OG.
like as a fucking snob. in anime because I'm not
You're
watching
like,
shows.
let me pull out my collection
I was
for
like,
you.
I was like, come here, nerd. Get the fuck out of the way.
Let the real nerd
Yeah,
show you what the fuck is up.
Let me show you what the OG has. But yeah,
Just like that.
I understand why you like Naruto, right? I think
Okay,
that when
yeah.
it does peak, it's great. When it doesn't, and it's in between, it's like it's not. I just can't do it. That's why I couldn't get into Bleach.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never tried Bleach. Like I get it. I think for me it's because like Naruto was one that was like one that I watched later on. It wasn't like one of my first ones. You know what I mean? I literally watched Naruto when I was what year is this? This is 23 now. When it was like 2018.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was been out for a long time.
Yeah, like 2002,
so it was just
2003.
So I was able to skip all the fillers. Like, but I don't know. It was just one that I genuinely enjoyed, and that it just I don't know. It just got me through a lot of hard times. So
yeah, I don't know what it was. I watched it, and I was like, some of the cool stuff, some of the arcs are good. But I think my biggest problem with Shonen is that you get like 50 characters, like MHA.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I don't need a fucking episode for every character, dude.
Yeah, that's fair. And like that's MHA. Like I mean, I literally have a poster for MHA, but it's just like you said. Like I don't know. It's just I started getting like overwhelmed with all of the information. You know what I mean? And like you said, it was like almost every character needed a backstory. And like I get it, but it's tedious. It's hard. It's like, dude, I just want the meat and potatoes.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I can hear yelling in the background. Yeah. By the way, this is going to be my audio, so it's going to be funny when Brad's like, we'll just keep that in, right? It's scuffed. It's scuffed.
It's real. I'm sorry. They left a Tarkov stream on my TV because they want Tarkov drops.
Oh, really?
Welcome to a fake streamer content creator house.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay. I see.
What?
You guys are working.
No, I was making a joke because there's like 3 people in this house right now. 3 different setups going on.
So
mooching off my Wi-Fi.
What is your favorite cosplay idea?
What's my favorite cosplay idea? I don't know. Like I feel like for me, it's hard to cosplay what I want because I'm so fucking tiny and money, you know. No, it's hard. Like money aside, like, you know, I can find good dupes. Like Amazon, I can find it. But trying to find stuff that actually fits me is so hard. Like I'll buy a fucking extra small and it still is baggy in certain areas because I'm just so small. I can even buy children's versions because they don't sell them. Like real. Like I'm being real. Like there's no children's versions of certain cosplays, okay? I mean, I can't get a children's version of Yor. I can't do it.
Oh, you mean like with the sweater? That sweater with the back open?
Yeah. Like her legit like outfit.
Oh, you mean the black dress outfit?
Yeah, like the black dress outfit. Like, you know what I mean? Like that stuff. Like you can't do that. But yeah. I think of the cosplay I've always wanted to do actually is Toga from My Hero.
How would you want to do?
I don't know. I just always wanted to do
Toga.
You
like the psycho girl who wants people's blood?
It was just, I thought it'd be a cool cosplay.
She is a cool, I think she's a pretty cool character, right?
I just think the cosplay itself would
I don't
want
to upset the MHA fandom with all their fucking weird ships and all that stuff.
He's going to upset the fandom. He's already upset them.
No, I mean, that's essentially what they do, right? I think that's why the fandom is so hated.
I was going to say, I know it's because of
and they ship
a lot of the shipping.
You mean the Baku Deku ship, which is like the weird... And I think I don't know if like
bro.
I don't know if the creator stepped in and was like, stop that.
You know what? I would be kind of disappointed if they did it. If they didn't.
I just thought it was funny.
You just gonna let that roll.
Because every time I see the manga and then like I see comments under it and it's like people fighting. Like I knew it. We're trying to ship them right now, and I'm like, why? Like
what?
That doesn't seem like it's logical. Are you guys just bored? Write your fanfics on fucking Tumblr. I'm okay with that shit. I'm not judging.
Dude, I haven't heard Tumblr since like 2018.
Well, I mean, it's making a comeback because fucking Twitter.
Is it really?
Yeah, Twitter's a hellhole. So like they were.
Oh, true.
It was like last month.
Which platform can we go back to?
Last month or something. Like immediately, I saw Tumblr just talking shit. Like, hey, there, remember us? And I was like, did you fucking fall off in 2018 for a reason?
Oh, they for sure did. For sure did.
Did you die for a reason? Okay.
They for sure did.
Okay.
But I would say that. I don't know. What do you think would be a good cosplay for me, Ken?
With that hair, right now,
in general,
Makima from Chainsaw Man. Absolutely.
I have a lot of people tell me that. I thought Makima's hair was like pink.
No, it's red. Reddish. Yeah. It's actually that color right now. I think a lot of people would like it. Right.
Okay.
And I told you to watch Chainsaw Man. The season's over, obviously, because I think we're going.
All right, so now I can binge it.
What are we? Winter 2023, I think, right?
Yeah, 2023.
Yeah. So we're doing winter 2023. So
wait, 2022.
Oh, I don't know how they continue it because I know there are some that are 24 episodes, but everyone that's 12 to 13 is done now. I think they're all over. I think the first week of January is when it's over, and then I think the next season is supposed to be either this weekend or next week.
Okay.
Yeah, watch the whole thing of Chainsaw Man. I have seen some
That'll
people
be my
who really.
challenge.
I have seen some people who really love the anime. I've seen some people who disagree with it because Mappa was the studio chosen. Some people are like, "We should be Studio Trigger." For those who don't know, Kill la Kill was Studio Trigger, and Cyberpunk Edge Runners was Studio Trigger. I think Mappa's fine. I just, their 3D or CGI mesh is kind of like, it's weird sometimes. Like that.
Is it?
It's like what they did with Attack on Titan season 3.
Oh, okay.
Right? So when they first did it, it was interesting because seasons 1 through 3 were done by WIT, and WIT Studio did Ranking of Kings.
That's
Saga,
such a good one.
Right? And then Mappa, which is like the most overworked fucking studio in Japan.
Dude, for sure. Dude, I saw like a thing on TikTok. It was like, how is Mappa gonna like animate like it was like 5 of them. It was like 5, and it was like all big names. I was like, dude, how are they gonna do it?
JJK Vinland Saga season 2.
What was it? Chainsaw Man 2.
Chainsaw Man's gonna be season 2, which is probably gonna wrap up the entire manga. If
that's what I heard. They're going super fast.
If that's like spoilers for everyone, so I thought that it was like gonna be like a slow burn, but they pretty much wrapped up 2 arcs or 2 of the major arcs.
That's kind of crazy in 1 season.
Well, I mean, I didn't know.
Did it work?
Yeah, it literally is shot for shot. A lot of it.
Okay.
I think one.
Can't be mad at that then.
I think one scene in the final episode is kind of not. I don't think it was. I think it was implied in the manga. I have to relook. I think it was implied.
Okay.
But then like they actually showed it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. That's fucking really cool detail.
Okay.
But yeah, so the next season's gonna pull up like the rest of the entire show, unless they do something crazy, where it's like Jujutsu Kaisen. We're gonna do a movie. Or like Demon Slayer, but Demon Slayer covered the train arc.
Yeah, they like recapped. Well,
which was.
Well, I mean, I got it because it just went into more detail from a different POV, but like it definitely could have been left out.
I thought it was weird. I was like, why?
It was an interesting choice. Yeah.
I thought some of the animation was a little better. It was I thought was pretty strong throughout that entire season. It was like a fucking movie. That was pretty insane. Yeah. So Mappa's doing that, and then I think they're just got another show. I think a lot of people are hyped for it, and I was like, how the fuck are these people not like dead?
Yeah, no, they probably are. They probably are.
Like they're just ghosts at this point. They're shells.
Like because
shells of people, poor things.
Because my real beef was like when they took over Attack on Titan, you went from like a hand drawn animation from WIT Studio, which do phenomenal work, to kind of like that cell shaded CG mesh mix, and I was like, the first part of the final season looked kind of rough. It's like, oh, shit, this is not that good looking. People criticized the shit out of them.
I remember.
I assume they got beat until they did better, right? And then it looked a lot cleaner. And then, they're doing the final season, which was funny because everyone's like, "Oh, dude, part 1 and part 2," and they're like, "Part 3's coming out." I was like, I was watching. I was like, "When the fuck?" I was like, "They're not gonna get to part 3. There's no fucking way." So now it's finally coming out, but Mappa, they're fucking.
They're poor things. We'll see how it turns out for them.
All right. So next question. This one's a personal one too. It says, "What is your deepest fear?"
Easy. Zombie bees.
What? What the fuck did you just say? What the fuck? What? Zombabies? I watched Dawn of the Dead. That would scare the shit out of me too. Zombie babies are fucking weird. I mean, they're not a threat.
No, I hate zombies. Like I truly like, out of everything in this world, real and not real, zombies are my worst fear. Don't ask me why. I blame Scooby-Doo Zombie Island from when I was a kid.
What What?
Did you ever see Scooby-Doo Zombie Island?
Regardless of that, why would that scare
It traumatized me. What do you mean? I was like 6 watching that, and like having these things like on screen scared the absolute living shit out of me.
Here's
And I'm
what's
just
super funny. I have watched scary stuff in front of my kid. She's like, okay.
Yeah, your kids
And-
built it in front of me. I
well,
don't know.
it's
There's
so
something
weird.
about that.
There's like YouTube channels that are dedicated to like
Oh
kids playing like
yeah.
some of the Roblox Halloween stuff. And I was like looking at my daughter. I just wanted to see how she'd react because she's the one that flipped to it. And she's like, nah. I was like, what the fuck? How are you not afraid of this? Like, and
no, yeah, it's insane.
I've played zombie games too in front of her, and she'll just look at me like, shoot him.
Get him, Dad.
I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, this is kind of wild. And then you're
No, and
zombie
it's not.
bees.
It's because like kids nowadays are so desensitized. Like
Oh,
I have
100%.
kids in my class who will draw like really creepy shit, and I'm like, "Are you
They're
okay?"
drawing,
But
like,
it's just normal.
They're trying
It's just
some of
like
the big horror
it's just
creatures
stuff
to like smile.
it's literally stuff that they see on YouTube, and I'm like, I am legitimately terrified. Oh my god, I had you're gonna get a kick out of this one. I had a child, like 1 week before Christmas, right? Bring a whole size Chucky doll. Like a whole fucking Chucky doll. No, get this. Its head was off its body. It was decapitated. Okay, it was a body, and it was great. And I looked at it. I looked at him, and I said no. I said no. I took it and I put it in my drawer, and I said no. We are not doing this shit today. Because also I hate Chucky. Like Chucky is one of those things I never fucked with. I still don't like it, and it was traumatizing for me to have to touch that thing.
Good TV show, by the way, for everyone out there. Chucky season 1 on Sci-Fi. Really good show.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
It's all
really
about
good show.
Psych.
Psych. Oh, okay. Yeah.
God, I'm a Psych gal. Just to deviate a little bit, Psych is my favorite. But yeah, Ken, what's your greatest fear? Drowning?
Yeah.
Too real.
Yeah, it has to be. Like, so one of the things we used to do, and I'm a pretty good swimmer, but like,
oh, because you're in Navy. Yeah, you were in the Navy. That makes sense.
I mean, they try to like desensitize you with all these different videos.
I don't think you can.
Torpedoes, fucking hitting ships and stuff like that. I normally don't think about when I do dangerous things. I don't think about the consequences. Like I've gone cliff diving and stuff like that. There was a thing we did in the Navy. It was called like the underwater survival, but it was like helo dunk trainer. So pretty much what you do is that you take they take this platform and they take, we'll talk a CH-46. So there's like 6 people per side, there's 12. And there's 2 exits. There's 2 windows you can pop out. And they dunk you underwater and then they flip you upside down.
Oh,
and
shit.
You do it 3 times. So the first time you do it, like your eyes can be open, all that stuff, right? Everyone's taking their time. The second time you do it with blackout goggles. So it's like simulating darkness.
Oh shit.
So you have literally, if you're like the last person online, you have to hold your breath for like a minute or so. And
that sucks because I can hold my breath for like 30 seconds.
The last time you do it with a rebreather. So it's really easy. But the reason why drowning like terrifies me is because we had a Marine, really sweet girl, who literally did not move. So everyone else got out and she was sitting at the end. We just all pushed out and I'm like doing a head count. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My side's out. Called my buddy. He's like 5. I'm like 5.
We should have 6.
That's not good. And your dog. Hey, look at the doggo. Look at the doggo.
Which one is this? This is Bean. Bean, say hi.
Hi, Bean. Look at the sweater.
This is the one that's a hound.
Oh, that's the one that yells.
Yeah, this is the one that yells all the time. Right, Beanie? You do what he yells all the time.
All right. So, finishing my story, we flipped over. They had to raise us. Like, pretty much the instructors, they go like, hey, up. And they did it real quick. And she was just sitting there, 1,000-yard stare, eyes glossed over, kind of like shaking. And we're like, and I was working with medical, and I was like, is she okay? Should we check on her? I was like, so we all swam over, like, hey, are you okay?
Yeah.
She didn't move from the spot, and I was like, you could have fucking drowned. We were like literally upside down. That's why I'm like, that shit is terrifying. Plus, if you ever hear about drowning,
God. It's not fun.
It's not the business. Every time they portray it in movies, it's like the gentlest way to portray it. If they portray it like how it is in real life, it is absolutely
no.
fuck.
No.
Okay.
Oh, you just gave me anxiety.
Alrighty. What is an anime you didn't expect to like but ended up loving?
I actually have one. So it's oh my god, I always mix up the title, so I'm trying to make sure I get it right on the first try because I don't want you fucking roasting my ass again.
This will probably be a clip. Let's go.
It's not gonna be bad. It's not like Jack's
It's the Sawmans, boys. Absolutely.
It's not the Saw Man.
Absolutely,
okay?
Grandpa. Absolutely, Kuya Jack. It's the Sawmans.
Fucking Kuya Jack.
It's the
Stop.
Sawmans.
It's the Sawmans. A King's ranking.
Really?
Did I get it right?
Yeah.
I always want to say ranking of kings.
It is ranking of kings, or you can say,
Fuck.
Was it? Oh, I can't remember the actual Japanese.
Yeah. So it's shit. Okay. Well, the
Osama
ranking of
rankings?
kings.
Something. Yeah, ranking of kings.
Yeah. Ranking of Kings was actually one that like I was just scrolling through Netflix. I think when it came out in spring, right?
Yeah, I don't think it was on Netflix. I think it was Crunchyroll.
I'm sorry, Crunchyroll. My bad. I'm scrolling around on
Fake
Crunchyroll.
fucking
Like,
anime fan, bro.
where's my zoom
Turn
in?
this
Where's
shit
my
out.
zoom in button? I'm
Should've
zooming in right now. But yeah, so I was scrolling through Crunchyroll and I was like, oh, what the fuck is this? Like, I wanted something to watch. I was like, all right, let me just put it on. First episode came on and I was like, one, the art style was just like not my favorite. Like, I'm a basic bitch and I really like nice art style, right? And I was like, I don't know, like I'm not really vibing. Like, why is this kid like fucking like in his underwear? Like, what's going on here? Like, what is this little shadow thing? And then I swear to God, after the first episode, like the second one came on, and I fell in love. Like I went down, literally went down the rabbit hole. I was spiraling, and I was telling everybody that I knew. I was like, you gotta watch this fucking show. Has me in tears. Like it easily made my top 10. Like
Yeah.
it is still in my top 10.
I mean,
it is such a good show.
The weird thing about Ranking of Kings was like it looked a lot like Studio Ghibli films or Ghibli films.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
So I think a lot of people like some people didn't fuck with it because they're like, oh, it's a cute art style, and then you watch it, it's fucking dark.
No, and it's dark.
Super violent.
I really, really loved the characters though, and the character development, and just like, you know, the overlying lessons from it.
I think they kind of fumbled the ending a little bit. Just a little
Yeah,
bit. I think
I had a little problem with the ending, yeah.
Yeah, I had it down as like as a 10 up until like the 2 last episodes because I felt like it kind of broke.
Yeah.
Like you're a little bit too forgiving, you know.
I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing. It was the last episode for me, and I said,
yeah, did we forget that this Biddy was crazy as shit and tried to
did we just forget like the whole reason we were in this mess to begin with? So I agree with you on that one, but like everything other than that was like chef's kiss.
Yeah, a lot of the fan base was pretty upset about that. I think for me,
no, I don't blame him.
I think it was Odd Taxi, and I told you about that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that I still need to watch.
Anthropomorphic animals. I think a lot of people, when you see the trailer, you're like, nah, you're a fucking furry, right? Go take your furry aspirations to the corner.
The new title for this is Ken is a furry confirmed.
take your furry fucking aspirations to the corner or some shit. But I watched it, and then it was like this really dark psychological thriller,
which I really do enjoy.
It was like a black comedy too, so it was also brilliant writing, some of the best dialogue I'd ever heard in anime. Because most times, like with anime, it's like they try to make it as basic as possible.
Yeah, and like, sometimes really cliche.
And there's rare times where like a character or characters will have like sensible dialogue that you could actually hear people talking about in real life. Then Odd Taxi did it all the time, and I was like, holy shit, this is like fucking fantastic.
This is it.
And it actually has a really good twist. You'll probably see the twist coming like episode 6 or 7. Like you'll figure out like what's going on.
How many episodes are there? 12.
Yeah, no, I think there's 13.
13. Okay.
It has one of the best openings I've ever heard. Like the OP on it is just fucking tremendous.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, go ahead. You'll end up loving it. It's a bop.
Fair enough.
As the kids say, I think it's a bop or some shit. What are they?
I think that was like back in the day.
Oh, is it? It's showing my age. I don't care.
I think now it's a vibe.
Oh, it's a vibe
I don't know what.
I guess
now I don't know what the new term is.
I just remember I felt validation because there was a YouTuber, and I really don't follow a lot of anime YouTubers. I think his name is Gaiguk, and he's on Trash Taste anime, and he like did a whole thing about it, and I was like, please let this like hit because I hope a lot of people watch it because they did release a movie about it. Like 13, it pretty much consolidates all 13 episodes. I don't know if you can find it anywhere, honestly. But essentially, like, it just does all 13 episodes, and it actually adds an extra ending scene,
Oh,
which is
okay.
huge because that ties up a cliffhanger, right? And I was like, "Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about." Jesus,
That's where it's at. That's where it's at.
that's it's the type of shit I love, right? I love like anime that isn't
I
as
love the
cliche.
closure. Yeah.
Yeah, the other anime I ended up liking a lot, was it Origaru? I think that's what it is. So it's the only rom-com I've ever really watched. And
How dare you? All right, we're doing a whole series of
well, no,
me giving you
I watched
rom-com
Love is War. I
episodes.
love Love is War.
Okay,
That's just
that's
phenomenal.
one.
But like
That's one.
with Origaru, like the main character, his name's Hachima.
Is that the one where he's the big one? Like he's
No,
the
no.
big beefy? No.
No, my wife
Oh.
watched that one. I think it's like Our Love Story or something like that. It's really
Something
funny.
like that. Yeah, that one's
She thought it
cute.
was hilarious. But this one, it features a character. His name's Hachiman. We call him. He's affectionately known as the Ape Man, and
Okay.
he's probably one of the best written characters I've ever seen. Like I was
Really?
very shocked that his like dialogue was so good, and a lot of people were like, obviously like relatable. I was like, yeah, this guy's fucking relatable. I was like, I guess. Are you in a fucking love triangle? I was like, are you in a fucking love triangle? No.
Do you experience this daily?
Do you experience that every? No, you don't. He's not relatable in that. That's why none of the rom-coms you see outside of what the fuck was that? He's like, I'm in love with an otaku. It's like an adult rom-com.
Yeah, I love that one.
Watakai,
though.
right? I think it's
Yeah. We'll Watakoi.
yeah, Watakai. Yeah, that shit. That was good too.
I love that one.
I thought my friend was pulling my leg, and I was like, old people. I was like, adults in anime?
Adults? Grown people?
Grown people in
I
anime?
love that one. 20s, 30s?
Yeah.
It's a good
My
one.
age? Shocking.
Shit. No, but that one is really good too.
It's fantastic. I recommend it. All right, next question.
Yes.
What Pokemon is Goro Akechi? And I'm assuming they're talking about from Persona 5.
They are.
Okay.
Oh no.
I honestly,
My Pokemon knowledge is being okay. How about this? I'll describe Akechi and you pick the Pokemon.
I know who Goro is. I've beaten Persona 5. I know who he is. I would say like he's a ghost Pokemon. But
yeah,
like, I don't know
I was
which
thinking
one.
that. Yeah, because I was like, Gengar, no. Gengar's too like,
Yeah, I don't.
Is Gengar a ghost one?
Yeah, Gengar's a ghost. I don't know like any of the new stuff. Like people will tell me about it. I'm like, don't they have like some new Pokemon that are like straight up? They have like the darkest fucking backstories. I think one's like a lantern. I think he kills kids or something.
Oh,
my
God.
I looked at it. I was like, this is a kid show still, right? Like this came out in the fucking 90s, guys. Like, what are we doing here?
Dude, yeah. See, I only know like the first gen, I think. I'm such a fake Pokemon fan. I'm sorry.
My buddy
guys.
Will is probably one of the biggest Pokemon fans I've ever seen.
Really?
Every time there's a new game that comes out, I'll message him. He like, before you say it, yeah, I bought it.
No, I have a lot of good friends who are like really into Pokemon. They know all the gens, and I'm like, Pika?
I played Pokemon Go once, and I was like, I don't want to do this again.
What's wrong with Pokemon Go? That changed the world for a year.
Like, why are you fucking nerds walking so much? Like, go back to your homes.
Do not touch grass. Go back inside.
What are you doing right now? You're not even like, you're just walking around. We found him. We found the Charizard. Slap with their phone.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Pokemon Go made me lose like 5 pounds. So thank you, Pokemon Go. Thank you.
Thanks for the exercise that I should do normally. Okay. This is
sorry,
guys. Why is this a question? It says, do you have a footrest when you're streaming? Oh, I thought you just naturally would have a stool in case you had to stand on stuff to grab things.
Well, so for those who can't see, I pulled a stool from underneath my desk. So it is a stool for me to grab things, but then it was annoying having my legs swing underneath my chair, so I decided to use it as a footstool.
Oh.
The more you know. Ken is at a loss for
what the fuck? I guess. I mean, I would, I would too, I guess, if I was not 6'1", I guess, but, to each their own. Short people, Jack, you know what I'm talking about, buddy, when you hear this.
You are so Jack, I did not agree to this.
Go short people, right? This is Brad 6'3", I think, right? I'm serious when I say this. I literally thought as a half Asian, I was like, yo, Josh is probably my height. He gives off that energy. He's on
No, I'm saying Josh definitely does give off
when
tall
I
energy.
see your guys' streams, I'm like, they're so well done, right? And I'm like, man, you guys have like really professional looking setups and stuff. I mean, more power to. I'm lazy as shit. This is the only content creation that I'm ever gonna do. Like seriously, this is it. Like people don't know. I've had friends be like, "Well, why don't you do something?" I'm like, listen, guys, podcasting is so easy. I'm not wasting. There's no money invested in this. I literally like. I've had these cameras and microphones and shit. Like,
And it's nice.
yeah, I can post when I want to. I get 5 listens or I get 100. Never bothers me. Right? I'm not making money off this. It's fine. But I see like Josh's and I see yours. I'm like, wow. Their shit looks really good. Their setup is really good. They give like a really big podcast or big show feel. And I'm like, wow, they look like really strong content creators. And then I look at them like, oh God, they're midgets. Like it's disgusting.
Ken is a short person hater. Confirmed.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
From what we've learned from this podcast episode is that Ken is a furry and he hates short people.
My friend Keisha, she's one of my closest friends. She is 4'8". And I shit on her all the time.
Poor Keisha.
All the time when I see her. I'm like, how's the weather down there? I'll move by her. I'm like, I'm sorry I didn't see their little guy, you know.
I'd be like, it's hot because we're closer to hell, man.
I can't shoulder check her, so I use her as an armrest sometimes when we're talking, like when I'm talking to like her family or something. Like, what's going on, everyone? How you been? I look like an asshole, but that's what it is. But when when Josh told me he was like 5'7", I was like, that's normal. That's average height, I think. But I was like, damn, you look like you give off that super professional 6
Yeah, I definitely would have thought Jack was like 5'10" or 5'11".
I would have never guessed that he has like lifted truck energy. He has to have like a little thing that pops out for him to get in.
So what my dad has.
My favorite thing ever was we had this lieutenant in the Marine Corps.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, if you see him in like the video teleconference, he's like sitting upright, looking at the camera, very serious. And then we'd like see him in the parking lot, like, what's up, LT? He's like, what's going on, gents? And he'd get in this lifted truck, so he had to open it. The little step comes out, and he'd pull himself into it and jump in. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, I want everyone to have that confidence.
It's so funny that you say that. So like growing up, my parents are small, but we had a Ford like F-150 and it was lifted. And so there'd be certain times in high school where I had to drive it. And so trying to watch my ass get in and out of that truck was easily probably the funniest thing. Like I can't even imagine how I looked literally taking that handle and like getting on the step stool and just propelling myself in there.
Don't worry, Papa, I could see it all.
I would literally just be like, it was the most terrifying experience. I hated driving that truck because it was so huge.
This is the universe.
I was just literally like, I'm fine.
Oh my God. Let's see.
Love living in the country.
Let's see what the last question is. It is YA podcast, so I'll give my answer.
Okay.
So really, we're riding Chibi's coattails. All right. No
facts. That's okay.
Be honest here. No. The honest thing was, we had you on twice, and I went. I was like, the chemistry was really good between all of us. You're a natural speaker. I was like, she's really good. She's pretty articulate at times. I was like,
he's a fucking asshole.
Right? At times.
He said at times. I'm sorry for my stutter.
Listen, I don't want you to pat yourself on the back and break your arm. Okay, relax.
No, trust me.
But I was like, the chemistry is really good. I was like, and then I guess somewhere down the road, your community was like, why don't you start a podcast?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, that was an opportunity. I was like, hey, Kristen, we have a podcast. You can just either hop on ours. I mean, technically, you are now a part of the crew. This is Pixelated Thoughts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, we can do like your own show. Like I said, I'm cheap. I'm not gonna fucking. I'm not hosting another goddamn podcast for $20 a month. Goddamn, unless this makes like thousands of dollars, and I'm like, sure. We'll separate it.
No, it's okay. I don't mind being an umbrella.
Yeah. I was like, no. Hopefully when Josh listens to this, he's like, so he told her.
Josh, I love you. I didn't mean for this to happen.
He let the jealousy run through him.
No, I'm sorry.
So you're gonna literally you're gonna take a short person and then you're gonna replace me with another short person. How dare you? How
I did
dare
not.
you?
I did not say this, Jack. For me, I mean, podcasting was always something I thought was interesting. Like, I don't know if you guys know, I literally listen to murder podcasts every day on my way to and from work. I really do. It's
That
my
says so much.
it's my little hobby. But
says
it's
so much.
always nice, to like think like, oh wow, like I wonder like what my podcast would be if I ever did one, So and I already do a lot of content creation, and I've been wanting to expand it. Like I'm actually going to start another YouTube channel, but actually try to post videos on this one. So this is one of the things that just kind of like I've always wanted to do, and then a lot of people in my community were like, yeah, Cheebs, like you have like a decent enough voice. I don't want to break my arm patting myself on the back, but they, they're always like, you have a nice voice for a podcast, my 40-year-old chain smoker voice. And I feel like
2 packs a day.
2 packs a day. And I feel like I have a decent enough like ideas about things, my chaotic views and my out of pocket views and my nonsensical things that go in my head that it's fun to say out loud.
I can at least talk to you about anime and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And Josh and Brad can obviously come on the show, which they think.
They're
Brad
always
knows.
welcome.
Josh knows. Like,
Josh, you're always welcome.
He's like, I don't know. He's like, is it just you and Chibi? I was like, no, it's not.
No, I promise.
You can hop on, my guy.
But yeah, and it just seemed fun,
Yeah, no, I mean, this is, like I said, a lot of podcasts are really easy. Like when you listen to some of them, I think the hardest ones have to be true crime because there's no way they're not there's no way they're not stepping over themselves. I swear, every time I've seen like
they sound so recorded and put together, and I'm like, how?
Oh no, they have to edit like crazy. Yeah, I mean, because essentially you're literally, because I'm assuming like when you put out the VOD, you're taking like whatever pictures that you've gotten, right? And you're trying to sync up your audio. And I think that's, once again, more power to you. Like sometimes what I'm going to do essentially is just like take clips, put over some like funny things over it, like stuff like GIFs or whatever.
Like just making fun of me.
Lowbrow shit. That's easy. That's the low hanging fruit, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? That's to the ground. I don't have to put too much effort into this, And it's like, it's fun because I think like, and I told Josh and Brad this when we first started. It was really just me and Brad. I was like, oh man, we have a good knowledge of gaming. We understand a lot of stuff. We have like really sensible takes on things. And then we brought Josh on, and Josh was like, I'd like to come on more. And every guest we've had has said the same thing. And we're like, okay, who could we get possibly? And then we were able to convince Sneaky to come on. That was really fun because she was she was very shy and she didn't want to talk a lot, but she
Sneaky
did really well. And eventually I think we'll get Southern Mama on.
Yes, please. I love Southern Mama.
But like I brought my buddy Mikey on from the Retrograde podcast, and he's been doing a podcast for years. And this guy's like super experienced. He's very fun to talk to. And we did our Elden Ring stuff, which was pretty fun. But yeah, I think with this, there's a lot of stuff we can tackle outside of gaming. We can have you on for like some of the gaming stuff on the other podcasts. And
yeah, definitely. Feel free to invite me.
I mean,
roast me.
We're always ready to get a fourth in. Like we just want to like have you guys try the games out, play them.
Be fine if you give me some recommendations. Yeah, we can definitely do co-op stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you have your community to trash you anyway. They're like, "What games do you play, Chibi? What are you looking forward to?" You're like, "Oh my god, like Apex." Apex is super fun, guys. You guys remember when that game came out in 2019 when it shadow dropped?
I started really gaming in 2020, and even then I started not playing real games until 21. Well, I mean, I played console games when I was in like middle school and high school, okay? But like those were like single player. Okay, it was like I literally by myself played Persona, the Final Fantasy series. I played oh my god, what's the other series that I really like that I invested all my life in?
Was it the Tales series?
No, it's literally an RPG game.
That would be the Tales series. There's an RPG. So there's Final Fantasy. There's Tales of. There is the. What else would come out?
I literally see it in my head. They just came out with Inquisition like years ago.
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age. I loved Dragon Age. I like those were the 3 series that. Did I say 3 or 4?
You said 3. It's 3.
3 that I literally like invested over like 400 hours in easily to each game.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
Persona, you have to. Like, Persona 5 is like an easy 100, I think. Every
Dragon
playthrough.
Age 2 had a fucking chokehold on me. Okay, I don't know
Really?
what it was about. It did.
That's the
I
one
I
game in the entire franchise that most people don't like.
I fucking loved that one.
Most
It
people
had a
hate it too.
goddamn chokehold on me. I couldn't finish Inquisition. I actually never finished Inquisition.
I think I beat
Believe it or
Inquisition.
not.
I think I've beaten Inquisition twice.
Yeah, I loved it, but I just stopped for some. I think I had a move, and I just never played it again. But Dragon Age 2 had a fucking chokehold on me, and that's all I gotta say.
I mean,
I played that shit like 7 times.
Yeah, it was like easy gameplay too.
It was so fun though.
Pretty simple, pretty fast.
So
But with like Persona, I've been trying to get Brad to beat it.
I
But
need
it's
him
like
to.
it is 100 hours. I have a friend of mine,
Easy.
another Josh, and he like called me a weeb. He's like, "You played Persona," and then he ended up playing Persona 5. I was like, "What are you fucking
bitch.
talking to now?"
Yeah,
dude?
literally.
Now you're playing Final Fantasy
bitch?
15. You fucking nerd.
you want to make fun of me now? Look how the turns have tabled.
Exactly. Right. That's essentially. I think that also answers the question, like why we started the podcast.
Yeah.
Why we started your show.
No.
I like Down the Rabbit Hole. It could be like a ton of things. It was really funny. So if you look up Down the Rabbit Hole anywhere, it's essentially
I do not know.
I think it's like I believe the description was adults who like children's stories. Now that could go either way. That could be incredibly wholesome, right? Which I assume it is. I'm not knocking anyone.
I'm definitely hoping it's wholesome.
Or it could be intensely creepy. Depending on where your mind goes, right? If you're like one of those true crime podcasters, right? You're like this, I have to investigate these people. They're gonna come out.
I know you said that, and I was like, I'm trying to give them benefit of the doubt.
In the middle of the night, this person read the Berenstain Bears. Like,
there was a dog.
As he carried his knife behind the book, I was like, holy shit, this guy's a psycho. But this is easy. Right?
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, because like when you see like how other people will put out content, my God, more power to you people, man. Like some of you guys come up with the craziest shit. It's like, like a week's worth of work or 2 weeks worth of work, and I'm like, dude, podcast. I'm like, Brad, can you edit? He's like, cool. I'm like, thanks for the audio, big dog. Thumbs up, and we are good to go. I'm just gonna post it. I'm gonna pull clips from this, right? I'm gonna feature your dog because he's just sleeping in the background.
Bean is the real star of the show.
Bean is the real star of the show, and that's how it's gonna work. You know, moving
King
forward.
Bean.
So, with that being said, I think whatever. How many times? Let's do like twice.
Yeah, we can do twice. Yeah,
and then we'll have you on the Pixelated Thoughts podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
To if we can't get Southern Mama on next week, I'll talk to Brad.
Josh.
I'm like, Josh, would you be okay with Chris coming?
Yeah. I'm gonna literally DM him after this and be like, hey, so Ken told me, and I'm so sorry for the misunderstanding.
This man's gonna get mad at me. He's gonna be like, he's like, how dare you tell her? You're trying to embarrass me. I'm like, no, I'm just trying to assuage your concerns, my guy. Okay.
He's trying to start up some beef, dog. Streamer beef.
Start imagining beef between like, two
wholesome charity streamers.
Right? Two small streamers, right? Small. It's great. They're like, who's Jacqueline Cruel and who is ChibiRabbitt and why should we care? I'm like, here's the reason why, because eventually when the beef really gets big or whatever, we can have like some huge content creator break it down. Right? Comes like a murder mystery. So Jack drove down from Maryland and engaged in a gun battle with a very small streamer in Florida.
There was an alligator involved.
There was somehow a gator just kind of showed up and took him down.
Jesus.
And that's the end of Jack, I guess.
And that's the end of Jack.
So as you can see, if you're watching on the video, at the very bottom, we have Pixelated Thoughts, right? And then we have ChibiRabbitt. She has her Twitch, and then she also has her TikTok. I wanted to put your Instagram too, but I was like, I only have space for two, so I don't know. What do you value more?
I mean, it's the same. It's okay. It's the same. So, ChibiRabbitt 2 T's all over every platform.
Yeah, I think like when I made this, I was like, there's like one T there. I was like, fuck. And then I looked it up, and I was like, oh shit, there's another New York Times podcast. Well, I think they haven't posted on in a long time, but I was like, what the? It's like investigative journalism. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, okay.
That's not us. Like we're
That's not me.
Completely the opposite. Here's the best thing about this, though. is that I will never have to do another intro. Yeah, that's the rule. Chibi will do the intros.
All right.
And basically,
I will be the ringleader.
Basically, she's going to have all the content. And then if anyone from the Down Bad crew, which is just a ridiculous ass name, wants to hop on, or if you just want to put Bean in the chair.
Great.
Yeah, if you want to put Bean in the chair.
He's just going to go,
for an hour so I can talk to Bean. I'll interview the dog. Like, that's good too. But
I think you're the only one in this world that loves Bean compared to Katsu. Everyone's always like, put Katsu on.
The content is going to be driven by Chibi. Like, so she's gonna have all that stuff. I'm pretty sure she'll have like some weird Jeopardy plan, you know.
Hey, it's gonna be great. Okay, it's gonna be great. I'm always down for suggestions as well. So if you guys follow me on any platforms, feel free to DM me any suggestions. Or put in the comments. I don't know how you guys do this shenazzles.
I would just pretty much say, like, when your community listens to it, they can just drop questions wherever. Or when we post this on you, when I create the YouTube page, which I think will be this week, it'll be really quick because I just created the email.
It's okay. It's okay.
We'll post it on the new YouTube page. You know, for everyone who listens, you can find it. Subscribe. Drop comments. If you hate the content, fine. I don't care. It's coming back anyway, guys. Like
I care.
Oh yeah, Chibi cares. She wants to like let's if you happen to be new to, you know, ChibiRabbitt, push the partner out, right? Let's get more big content creators to some. Did you just fucking dab? Did you just dab? I'm old, but that was like a 2-year-old thing. We don't dab anymore. No, that was like 2016 or some shit, right? When everyone was dabbing, they had the Squidward dab. And I'm the only way you could see my age is the gray hair, right? But you could see it when someone like tries to be fucking lame. That's what.
We don't try out here. I'm just fucking lame.
That's what that is. But when
did you just fucking dab?
I haven't seen someone dab in years.
I almost snorted.
I haven't seen someone dab in years. Jesus. But yeah. So make sure you follow Chibi. Make sure you subscribe to her. And yeah, we'll talk to you next time. Whenever that is. But have a good one, everyone.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.